I'm proud to present the 2014 annual report. I think you all have gotten a copy of that annual report. And the topics of discussion that we'll be talking about today are very similar to last year's topics. Okay, Tom. We're going to talk about community proactive campaigns that the department's been involved in, which means the department actively supporting, participating in a program outside of the department which positively impacts the community. We're going to be talking about community action programs the department's been involved in, and those are developed by the department to assist the community, typically for an extended period of time, to proactively address community needs. We're going to talk about interdepartmental programs, and those are programs and or services developed to deliver more efficient and effective policing to the community. And finally, we'll talk about challenges of 2015. Some of the community proactive campaigns that we're involved in that you may have seen of late and have heard of course, by now, Guns and Hoses. It was a community fundraiser for the Never Forgotten Honor Flight with the fire department and a great committee of members of the fire department and police department. We ended up presenting a check for the honor flight for $44,000, which was their single most largest contribution of one event they've ever had in their history. Enough funds to send Portage County veterans on the honor flight for 2 years. This year, our 2015 fundraiser for the same event with the Guns and Hoses will be for the Portage County Veterans Relief Fund, which provides monies for veterans who are at no fault of their own, need money for living or apartment or utilities or something of that nature, and also the honor flight. And we'll be doing that August 22nd, again at Buchholz Park at 1 p.m. And then we have the Heroin Summit, which has been going on for a year. We found out a prescription drug link. We've been working with many partners throughout the process, including Wood County, other police agencies, clinics, doctors, schools, the state. And April 9th, we intend to have a public forum at 7 p.m. at Ben Franklin Junior High School auditorium to talk about what we learned, and also have someone that is going to give a testimonial on what it's like to be addicted to heroin. And then the department was also involved in many AODA issues throughout the year, both at the county and university level, with myself being the chair at the university level AODA program. Some of the community action programs that we've been involved in is Citizen Recognition Program. 2 people were recognized in 2 separate instances of assisting in the apprehension of robbery suspects and the sexual assault suspect. And 3 people were recognized in life-saving events, one involving an incapacitated woman on the street in freezing weather, where they ultimately brought her back to life performing CPR, and a drowning victim incident at a swimming pool, and that involved, I believe he was 8 years old, was one of our youngest ever recognition award winner. Our auxiliary police unit has been a continued success. We have 12 volunteers working many events in excess of 600 hours. Some of the events obviously we talk about here. Assisting in patrols during Halloween, traffic control. Intention is to increase their presence working at Riverfront Rendezvous and other places where they're noticed. The pharmaceutical drop-off box has also been one of our most successful programs as well. In 2014, we collected a half-ton, again, of pharmaceutical drugs, which are, those drugs are now not in anybody else's hands, not in our groundwater, and not being pumped through our water treatment facility. So that's a great success. Interdepartmental programs. We started up Lexipol, which is a training program, which is a daily training program that's fully implemented now. Officers on each day of their shift will get trainings of about 10 to 15 minutes on policies and procedures of the department, and that's constantly being updated, and it's been a real success. Our computer forensic officer, who gave a report to the Police and Fire Commission, has done numerous copies of phones, checking phone records, working with the Investigation Bureau, doing countless hours. That program has been nothing more than a great success. We participated in the development of municipal court. We also participated in the success of the Joint Dispatch Center with the county. And we have officers assigned as crisis intervention specialists this year to assist people suffering from mental health issues. We have an officer specifically assigned to help with crisis planning and also for intervention as far as knowing what to do when they're in crisis. They work partnering with NAMI, which is the National Association of Mental Illness, and they also work, Officer Arns works with Human Services as well. Community service officers, we've hired those. Those were 3 officers that we hired on a part-time basis that ended up taking over the role of the parking enforcement officer. So we hired 3 in the place of the 1 full-time. They've been assigned fingerprinting duties to keep police officers on the streets. They've been doing consistent parking enforcement on overnight parking and so forth, which has resulted in a 49% increase in parking tickets issued, which, if you're wondering, that's about a $60,000 revenue increase. 2015 major initiatives. The police department is going through a facility review, and we'll be looking at that. We'll be also looking at our strategic direction to make sure that we're going where we said we were going 10 years ago about. And we'll be hiring 3 officers. Officer Scott Ironside retired on Friday, as the mayor stated, after 25 years on patrol. He was a great asset and a great officer on the road. He will be missed. Sergeant Tim Davey also retired, and he will be missed as well. He was a great firearms field training officer and impacted many, many officers on the department.